It's the 10th of May, baby. 2024, Friday morning. I'm on my way to work. It's about 7 a.m. Baby reindeer is the topic of today. Baby reindeer. Yesterday, the woman who the film or the series is about was on Piers Morgan's show. Piers Morgan being handpicked by the cabal to be the person to seem like he's like a unique journalist just stirring up the pot. Another Russell Brand, if you ask me. Gives you loads of half-truths, but really they're in them secret societies, man, with the weird handshakes. Baby reindeer. First and foremost, the deer. Leave the well behind. Deer, horns, Satan. Bait. I was surprised when some of my closest people were like, yo, I was addicted. I've watched all 6. This is mad. Indigo, go watch it. I don't really watch Netflix no more. I mean, like, original Black Mirror gets my soul wet. But other than that, yeah, Netflix, nah, man. Maybe Peep Show. But why am I talking about baby reindeer right now? I cannot applaud the cabal or the system enough for what they're doing to distract us. I was on site yesterday, listening to Heart FM, Amanda Holden, who's 100% a dodgy cabal witch. She's crackling along. Oh my God, I can't wait to get home. Piers Morgan tonight, baby reindeer. We are literally days away from invasion, internal civil war, Iran, Israel, Palestine, genocide, underground bunkers, underground tunnels, underground societies. Racism, hatred, and discrimination is the rifest it's ever been. So much pain. Trains are striking all over the United Kingdom. People can't even travel right now. We got ships smashing into important infrastructure in the United States. Look what happened in Baltimore. That ship that went into the bridge. That bridge, by the way, being the second biggest bridge, bringing in coal. What else does it bring in? Coal and fertilizer into the United States. And since that's gone and smashed into it, it's going to take them 8 to 9 years to recover. Leave the well behind. They showed you the attack and what's going to happen. They showed you and leave the well behind. Look out for the deer. Now, I'm a big person when it comes to gematria. The coding of names and letters, A, B, C, all the way to Z is 26. A is 1. There's reverse gematria. I haven't done the maths on this yet. I guarantee the word baby reindeer or Netflix, the lady's name or the man's name who was being assaulted, it's all gematria. They're coding things. Some people be like, what's he talking about? And I respect that. But the people that have started to look at the occult, I'm telling you, yeah, there ain't no point being a spiritual man in this world unless you're also aware of the occult. Occult meaning hidden. Fabian society, the so-called Illuminati. For me, the main one that are on our streets that people just seem to ignore, the Freemasons, who have to put a noose around their neck and say, cut my stomach up and burn it and distribute it north, south, east and west and slice my neck if I ever reveal any of the secrets which happen here. And that's just to become a first degree apprentice Mason. So, everything's encoded, clearly showing us satanic signs. The world, I don't think, has ever been at more of a critical point of change. The economy, there's no words for how the economy is about to explode. They need this to bring in the 4th industrial revolution. This is Agenda 21, spoke about back in the 80s. Know your history. Know the truth of the experience of what's happening right now. Know how they're pushing climate change to try and petrify us, to try and bring about agendas, sustainability agendas, which actually mean giving our lives over to the cabal. You'll own nothing and be happy. This is Satanism happening in front of our face. The whole world is distracted. Last night I watched part of the interview with Piers Morgan and this lady. And this, funnily enough, it had been uploaded 2 hours before I watched it and it was on 666,000 views. Straight satanic number for me, just to show my angels telling me you've logged into this and you haven't really engaged in this because it's straight Satanism. I literally watched 2 episodes, by the way, of Baby Reindeer, just to see what they're trying to tell us. And I literally haven't been more bored. It was one of the deadest things ever. I don't know why people watched it. I'm sure it gets a bit more gruesome and crazy, but I have no idea why people watched it. And the capacity of people's minds, if you find it entertaining. So yeah, Baby Reindeer, Indigo Explores, episode 2, you're being distracted. You're being beyond distracted. It's an insult. While everyone's talking about Baby Reindeer giving over what's called loose energy to the cabal, to different entities and energies in different realms that are here right now, they're getting ready to rape us in the arse. They're getting ready to come around the back, bend us over and destroy us. We've got AstraZeneca only recently admitting that what they did was wrong. People are dying. Them same people were the people looking at me going, this guy's angry. Why is this guy talking about they're coming for the children? They're trying to, this is a bio weapon. A lot of them are going to have to eat their words now. And I mean it humbly. I don't mean that as in like, ha, ha, ha. Yo, we live in something which is some kind of wild simulation. I'm not saying that it's not real. I'm not saying that I don't have God in me. But something has hacked this simulation, this beautiful Gaia realm. Something hacked it. Something hacked it. And it's stopping us from reaching our pure potential. It's poisoning our food, our air, our land, the clouds, the weather, our families, our hearts. It's destroying the family nucleus. It's taking away the father. It's making young men go into weak feminine men. And not to say that if you're a feminine man, that means you're weak. But when they're trying to purposely weaken the man, make him step into his femininity more than his divine masculinity, confuse them, tell children you can be this and this and this, and we will help you biologically to achieve that. That's Satanism. And I'm here to say it boldly. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to step up and be like politically correct. That's Satanism. And so much love to people that find it hard to navigate what gender they are, what sexuality they are. But let me tell you something, LGBTQ, AA7+, whatever the race it is right now, it's an insult to all my gay brothers and sisters, my lesbian friends. You're being fucking bamboozled. Your organization is being bamboozled. They're bringing in drag queens to talk to children. Same with Black Lives Matter, same thing. You think you're all noble, fighting for black men, while George Soros, the Jew, rapes and laughs at us, funding it. That's Black Lives Matter. It's a joke. It's not real. Conquer and divide. George Floyd, listen, as the world starts to get more difficult, I'm going to navigate it with you. Hopefully I can be some kind of lighthouse with my opinions and share them, because things are getting wild. We've got young black kids in London being stabbed up by swords. Psyop. I'm not saying he didn't die. My first thought is thesepeopledon'texist.com. Check that website out. Thesepeopledon'texist.com. Do you know how many young black kings are stabbed up every single day in London with samurai swords longer than my arm? Suddenly one little black kid gets stabbed up. They're talking about police should have guns now. They're saying that the person that stabbed him may have asked him to recite some Bible quote to see if he was Islamic or Christian. I'm here to tell you, by the way, before I leave, get ready for the Islamic invasion. Do you know how many Muslims are born in the UK compared to white Christians? It's insane. It's an infiltration. And I'm here to say I love my brothers and my Muslim brothers and my Muslim sisters and my Jewish friends. This ain't about you. It's about the fact that Serco has purchased loads of rooms in the Premier Inns. They're flying over these immigrants, hardly any women or children. They don't even have passports. They're being paid to stay in hotels. And they want to bring about Islamic law to this world, to this whole world. That's what Nostradamus said. The third Antichrist will come out of the Middle East. Maybe that's the guy that runs Israel. Maybe it's the guy that's running Hamas. All I know is they are trying to destroy English culture. I don't even give a fuck about English culture, but I can see it. Japanese, only 1% of the people in Japan that aren't Japanese are the minorities. In London, I ain't a minority. Here in Kent by the seaside, I'm a fucking minority. I'm actually literally looking at like, where's my brothers at? I'm experiencing racism for the first time, ignorance. So anyway, I gave you a lot there, but there's a lot that I want to speak about. And one of them is the infiltration of our country. When I go see people in London, I can be walking through Finsbury Park and I'm literally like this, walking through people as they're coming out of the mosques. I love you if you are Muslim. Know that. I'm a Buddhist. As long as you're practicing your religion with humanity, grace and power, I love you. But I'm going to be the one bold enough to say, only yesterday, I live near Dover, only yesterday, 700 18 to 24-year-old fighting aged men, no passports, came in on boats. 700 only yesterday to Dover, unregistered. I reckon there's at least 5 to 20 million invisible people in this country. I used to live in an area called Rose Hill with my mum and my brother. It was all these, they're coming across as Islamic men. There was about 30 of them living in a one room, all these mattresses. They used to go jogging at 4 or 5 in the morning with these black flags. My mum always used to say, my mum don't ramp. Be nice to them, because when they're ready to attack, they might just not shoot you. So this is my opinion. It doesn't have to be yours. And I hope and pray I'm wrong, but I'm a big believer. It's all going to pop off at this summer's Olympics in Paris. 33rd week, Freemason. 33rd Olympics, Freemason. First ever opening ceremony in water, Freemason. So, that being said, really get in tune with your heart to brain coherence now. Listen in to yourself, because God's going to be speaking to all of us and try to protect us by giving us our intuition, by giving us signs. But are we listening to it, or are we being too politically correct? And so we actually miss the fucking truth. Be bold enough to say what you want to say, but say it with wisdom. This is not an attack. This is 100% not an attack on other religions or saying that we shouldn't support other people in our country. This is not an attack and saying that we should not elect Muslim men in our country. No, I'm saying that there is an internal invasion happening. They're going to bring about civil war, which they've told us through the film Civil War in IMAX cinema. They can't kill us. So they give us false religions. That's a Jehovah Witness building right there. Started off by a man called Charles Taze Russell, who was a Knights Templar and a 33rd degree Freemason. They give us false religions, false idols, and they distract us with satanic symbols like baby deer, and we go along with it. I ain't. Big love. Please like and subscribe this. I hate saying it. It sounds so cheesy, but please, it's actually going to help me to grow, get this message out, and give me the feeling in my stomach that I got to keep going. I've got to keep going. Please comment on what you think, if you agree, if you don't agree. And as I always say, before you go change the world, make sure you're changing your next door neighbor's life first, yeah? Make sure you're checking on the homeless people in your local area. That's how you change the world. You change the world by changing your internal self. We are the microcosm of the macrocosm, yeah? Big love.